Hey there, happy Thursday. So here is your Thursday packet answers. It says it's talking about Brandon finding the shortest route to the city, and he has two routes that he's comparing. When he adds up, he wants to add up how much of the distance it takes during one route, but also he has another amount of distance for the second route. And he says that this route it takes less than this route in the distance. So we want to see if Brandon is correct. So I wrote out some stuff to help us figure it out. You could really set it up like this, and you could add in like a two-part problem. You could line up 131 plus 37, solve it, and then add 63 to your answer. I chose to combine my two smallest ones, and I added those together and got an answer, and then put it with my bigger one. Same thing over here. You can stack them. 159 plus 70. You can do it that way. Another way, if you wanted to do it, is you could say, all right, I'm going to add all my hundreds. I have 100. I don't have any more, so I know I have 100. I have 3 tens plus 3 tens plus 6 tens. That makes 120. I have 7 plus 1 in my ones place. That's 8 plus 3 more, 9, 10, 11. And then you can add these together if you wanted to do that. So there are many ways, and another way that I had mentioned before that could work would be I drew out them. If you find your student is having a hard time, they can always draw them out. So I made 131, I made 37, and I made 63. And you could combine and see if you can make a 10 out of ones. I would start in my ones in case you need to regroup. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That leaves me with one left over. So I know all these make a 10, so I could trade those in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know those make a 10. So I could trade that for, they don't make a 10, they make 100, excuse me. Trade that for 100, and I end up with 231, which matches. Same thing on this side. I drew out 70, 7 tens, and I drew out 159. You have no ones to combine, so you know you've got a 9 in the ones place. When you combine your tens, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can make a set of 10, which trades in for 100. And then you have 2 left over, so 229, which matches. So lots of ways they can figure it out to open their minds up to it. But when we look at it, do we agree that 231 took less miles than 229? Well, that is incorrect. So he actually mixed it up. His answer was wrong. No, he was not correct. It actually should have been that 231 was greater than 229. So in answer to the first question, was Brandon correct? No, he wasn't. Now the other one said play a game. Think of 3 digits and have your partner use only those 3 digits to create 3 different 3-digit numbers. That's a lot of 333. Then you must order the numbers from least to greatest and greatest to least, and then you'll switch the roles and play again. So let's say that my partner gave me 3, they said 4, and they said 6. So I'm going to make 3 different numbers with these. I'm going to make 346, I'm going to make 634, and I'm going to make 643. Now there's plenty more combinations you can make, but you just have to make 3. You can make it challenging by coming up with as many as you can. Kind of like if you've ever played categories where you have to come up with words that start with that. You could try to come up with as many combinations as you can. You could do it with your partner. You could do it on their own. But this is all that the directions are asking you to do, is create 3 numbers using the single digits you were given. Then you want to take these numbers and put them in order from least to greatest, which you want to compare them using the hundreds first when you're putting them in order. So 346 would be the smallest. And then next up, since these are the same, almost like ABC order, look at the tens place. This one is the next smallest, so I would put that one next. And then my biggest would be 643. Then I want to go from greatest to least. Well, since I went from least to greatest, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip it. So I would have 643, 634, and 346. And if you wanted it to be more challenging, you could add in another number, or you could have them call out, make 4 or 5 or 6 different ones, and that way it makes it a little more challenging having to put them in order. Just have fun with it. You don't even have to use paper and pencil. If you have a whiteboard, that's awesome. Sidewalk chalk is great. You could use, if you have any sand or something, you could write in the sand. There's all kinds of fun ways that you could play this game. So enjoy.